Hey guys, today's topic of the video is going to be about an important method about learning language, which is audio-lingual method. I have also made videos on different approaches learning language. Link will be given in the description below. So starting with the introduction, yes, but before starting I will suggest you to subscribe to my channel so that you can get all my literature related videos. Also follow me on Instagram so that you can get all the literary related updates from there. In this video we will be covering the introduction, the definition of audio-lingual method, the characteristics of audio-lingual method, the techniques which are used carrying out audio-lingual method, advantages and its disadvantages. So let's start from the introduction. This is one of the most important methods of language teaching. This method was used during World War I by Americans to teach their army the language of their allies and enemies. Financial support for this teaching arrangement was contributed by top American universities. This method is also called Army method. This method is offshoot of direct method of language teaching. It is the first method which is based on linguistic theory and behavioral psychology. It is based on Skinner's behaviorism theory. In this theory, a human being can be trained using a system of reinforcement. There will be some gift, some sort of punishment given to reinforce the human to do a certain thing. So this is Skinner's behaviorism theory. This method focuses on the acquisition of the patterns and structures in common everyday dialogue. What is audio-lingual method? It is a method in which a foreign language is taught using behaviorist theory without use of native language. This method acquires the sentence pattern of the target language through conditioning learners to respond correctly to their stimuli through shaping and reinforcement. It provides students a structure and ideas of how to use some types of patterns in some sort of situations. The dialogue illustrates the socio-cultural situation of a target language. A student will be talking about some socio-political, cultural situation, about such situation in target language, so that he or she can learn the language effectively. Moving towards the characteristics of audio-lingual method. This method provides learning material in dialogue form. From one side, with one person be talking about some problem, some socio-cultural problem, and in this way, and from this side, the learner will answer him or her in the new language which he is gonna learn. So the dialogue. So the learning material is provided in dialogue form. There is no book reading or any kind of other material. Dependence of this method is on mimicry and memorization of set of phrases and word learning. Structures are sequenced by means of constructive analysis and are taught one at a time. In this method, new structure patterns are taught via repetitive drill. Repetitive drill is repetition of something again and again. There is a very little or negligible focus on grammar. In direct method, we pay attention to grammar, but in this method, we do not pay attention to method. Our focus is just to transfer the information, which was the main concern of armies. Grammar is taught through inductive analogy. No mother tongue or native language is involved. In direct method, we use mother tongue, the translation, the direct translate the direct translation of mother tongue, and one should have grammar translation method. It is sorry. So one should translate sentences from mother tongue to the new tongue. But in this method, audio-lingual method, no mother tongue or language method, native language is involved. Vocabulary of the foreign language is learned in context. As it is an advanced method and has no use of native language, so visual aids like slides, pictures, and language labs and tapes are used to illustrate things of understanding. In this method, this method concerns the oral learning of language, so punctuation is highly focused in this regard. This method is organized for language use of social communication. Speech is highly preferred in this language. In this method, new language is taught through dialogues, and it is done through habit formation of students, so that students have to form the habit of speaking in some other language. Behavioral psychology of learning is used in this method. It focuses on the response of the specific stimuli. Much attention is paid to phonological structures, how to say a word. Okay, so the phonetics of German language or French language is taught in this language. This method is too much into phonology. There is an emphasis on vocabulary and grammatical structures that are based on context. Moving towards the techniques which are used in this method. First, a dialogue is memorized by students. Then the teacher breaks long sentence into smaller parts and students repeat it again and again. It's a sort of cramming. Students repeat teacher's method quickly, and it is called the repetitive drill. In the classroom, teacher asks question from another. Sentences are repeated and vocabulary is substituted by other words. This is such a nice point. That's vocabulary is substituted by other words, so that you can learn other languages of such shade, other words of such shade. Teachers provide sentences which are turned into something else, like affirmative in questions and active forms into passive voice. Student questions and answers for that problem. Students are allowed to insert new words in the dialogue that they have learned. Moving towards the advantages of this method, it develops learning and speaking skills effectively. Vocabulary is enhanced via visual aids. Visual aids through slides or something demonstration. In this way, one can learn vocabulary so fast. Students learn proper and correct pronunciation. This method is helpful if we aim to teach in large group of students. Moving towards the last slide, which is the disadvantages of audio-lingual method. Writing and reading skills are totally and highly ignored in this method. All the concern is about phonology, how to say a word, just pronunciation is focused. It needs efficient and talented mentor to teach with audio-lingual method, but such efficient teachers are not available everywhere to do this job well. This method just focuses on the phonological aspects of the words, not their meanings are brought through under discussion. Thanks for watching. I hope you will like or dislike this video. Also comment in the comment box for further inquiry, and also subscribe to our channel, and for the further updates follow us on Instagram. So thanks for watching.